Okay, just before this video starts, just dead quickly, we had obviously a few technical sort of hurdles that we had to jump through for this review. It wasn't really ideal conditions, but you do get to see some great detail in this. But the good man that he is, Spider Dan has supplied a lot of glamour shots that he's taken of the Sentinel at home just to accompany this video. So you do get a lot of detail, like I said, but we do have a lot of extra photos, a lot of extra detail dotted throughout this video. So I hope you enjoy it regardless. It is a great figure, so I hope you enjoy this unboxing. Bear in mind it is done across Zoom of all things due to the unforeseen circumstances that we had to deal with just prior to getting round to filming. Alright, enjoy the video. Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews, and today I've got a very special guest with me. It is Mr. Spider Dan, as you can see, of Spider Dan and the Secret Balls podcast. And as you can quite clearly see, he's got something extra alongside with him as well. He has a massive box, and it is, of course, tell him what it is, Dan.
Oh, it is Hasbro's HasLab Sentinel. And this is probably the biggest figure of all time. It is monumentous. I will stand up just to show you how big it is. I am round about 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, okay. Go on.
So here I am.
Look at the size of that. That is ridiculous.
It's big. It's big.
It's literally half the size of you, almost. It's your entire torso in your head.
Pretty much, yeah. It is absolutely massive. And not cheap either. This was a Kickstarter that Hasbro did because people, they were just like, well, people would probably want this. They would want a size-accurate Sentinel. So,
yeah,
in comparison, the 6-inch figures are probably about here.
Yeah.
So it is kind of accurate to the size of what a Sentinel will be in the comics or in the films. And it's insane. It's
scaled to the 6-inch figures, isn't it, of the Marvel Legends series, which has been going on for quite a few years now, and there's so many figures out there. It was only a matter of time before they got to this, and more just recently they've announced bloody Galactus as well, haven't they? Which is even bigger.
They have.
You're going to be. Are you getting Galactus? I don't think you.
I'm really tempted now after seeing it because it is gorgeous. It's got this has got light up stuff. I'm more certain that Galactus will get full funding like this did, and all the extras and everything, more so than I was for the Sentinel. Because even when I bought the Sentinel, there was still a couple of grades that it hadn't reached, the kind of extras that are now included in this box, which we will see in a little while. And I'll give you the boring comic rundown of where all the things are referenced and stuff. But yeah, I am tempted. But this is again, this is not cheap. So
no, it's not.
It's a lot of money. It's probably more than a collectible. It's more than most of the things I have in this room. Probably more expensive.
Yeah. I mean, that alone is probably worth more than any of the stuff that I've got as well. Not even questioning that. I'm extremely jealous. I don't collect Marvel Legends. I want the odd figure, because of the certain characters I love and whatever. But as you can tell by my T-shirt.
Oh, of course.
I'm a massive Sentinel fan. I absolutely loved them. The very first series, the X-Men cartoon in the 90s. Fantastic, loved it.
I mean, they opened the show. It's called I literally just watched it before we started to get myself in the mood.
I should have done that as well. Why did I do that?
The Night of the Sentinels, Part 1 and 2. It's on Disney Plus. Go and watch it. It's amazing. And I genuinely, when I was a kid, when I saw Iron Man for the first time, I went, "Oh, it's just a Sentinels ripoff."
Sentinels were everything, weren't they? They were just like the ultimate weapon. And you get that little teaser in X-Men: The Last Stand, which is horrific. Hated it because that teaser, and then it goes nowhere. Like, you fucking kidding me?
And they introduce the Danger Room in a very minor way. Yeah. And you're like, I want to see more of this.
Load of shit. And then they go the complete different way with the film. And you're like, just give me the Sentinels. And then get them in Days of Future Past rather. And I love that film purely because you get Sentinel madness in it. the
Oh
future
yeah.
Sentinels, and then you have like, you know, when you see Bolivar Trask making them, and I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
great. Obviously,
Great.
I still, but even still, with Days of Future Past, I was like, oh, I want more.
Mm.
Sentinels are
It's
fucking great, so great. I love the Sentinels.
and they're a great way. They were a great way to start off the kind of X-Men kind of the idea, because like the Sentinels are like the cold face of bigotry for
Yeah.
the mutants, and like there's always a human presence behind them in some form, you know,
Mm.
whether they're created, or the whole idea is that, you know, it's the bigotry towards mutants that
Yeah, yeah,
creates them. And you know, and that's kind of, you know, that's terrifying. It's a terrifying, you know,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
terrifying idea with a terrifying design and size and devastation. And again, they, like a computer, they learn from their mistakes. So you can't beat them the same way twice,
Yeah,
which is even more terrifying in a way. There's so many of them. They're so unstoppable.
yeah,
They're huge. You know, and Days of Futures Past is a classic X-Men storyline. Just goes to show that
yeah,
it's just like absolute, you know, like the Hitler robots, basically.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah. I mean, yeah,
mutants are in camps and stuff. It's
yeah.
absolutely
We get a
exactly that.
taste of that at the start of the film, don't we? Like, and then towards the end of the film, where it keeps jumping back from time and whatever, and you see the Sentinels learning and adapting to the fighting style, and you know, the way the X-Men are fighting them. Yeah, it's brilliant. Such a brilliant figure character.
Yeah,
Like I said, I am extremely. I'm not. I wouldn't say jealous because as much as I wanted one, it wouldn't fit in with anything that I've got here. So it's
yeah.
pointless me getting one. I'm waiting for the HasLab Rancor to be announced,
Oh,
which
that's got to be coming. That's got to be coming.
I can't wait. It's been announced, like, you know, teaser announced. But yeah, I'm waiting for that personally for myself. But again, because of that, because they've only done with Star Wars ones, they've only done the vintage collection HasLab stuff. So you got the Razor Crest, Mando ship, and you had Jabba's sail barge. They've not done anything for the 6-inch scale, so the same scale that the Marvel Legends stuff is. So just seeing the size of the Sentinel for that, I'm thinking Return of the Jedi. I'm thinking Luke, and I'm like, fucking hell, how tall is the Rancor going to be? When you
Mm.
see him in the film, he's like he's, you know, looking up at it, you know, from a very, you know, a high, he's looking up at it like a high angle. So I'm like, oh, it's going to be immense. And just all like you mentioned, all the little bits and pieces you get extra if they hit the stretch goals, just like
Exactly.
Kickstarter, they hit all the stretch goals. I want, you know, one of the Gamorrean guards that gets eaten. I want the guy who comes in crying at the end of Return of the Jedi when Luke's killed him. I want that guy. I want that figure. So I'm excited because of that. You
Oh
know?
mate, yeah, they'd be so good. I think that'll happen, and I think
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
again, like these are already triple the price that I paid, which wasn't
Yeah.
cheap.
That's what I mean. I hope you've not missed. If you were going to get the glass, I hope you've not missed it. I don't know whether it's
Yeah,
come and gone. And if it has,
I'll
never
have to have
get
a
one.
look after this, because I don't know, because I wouldn't want to try and pay for this now
No, you're
outside of the
looking easy. I
Kickstarter.
mean, easy over £1,000 now.
Yeah,
I had a look. I
I
had a
saw
look.
800 quid today. I saw one
Yeah,
of them for
well, I
800.
had a look yesterday, and it was
Yeah,
£1,000.
Jesus,
Unreal.
mental. But
But
yeah,
yeah, I've always been a thing of like, if you want it that badly, just frigging get it. And
yeah,
when you saw it originally, and I saw it, I went, you have to get it. You just
yeah.
have to get the Sentinel. You have to, because it's so you.
It certainly is. Yeah, I love the Sentinels as well. I think you convinced me really to get this, and then you said, you know,
Sorry about that.
that's okay. I was kind of like, but you were right though. I wanted it, and I was like, and I always kind of did, like, even when I think it was Toy Biz when they were doing the original kind of X-Men figures in the 90s and stuff. There was a Sentinel. I remember.
Yeah.
It wasn't, you know, quite accurate like this is, but obviously it wouldn't make financial sense at the time to do that.
Yeah.
But it's just mental to think, like, as a young child I was like, I always wanted that Sentinel. I had loads of figures. I had, you know, Wolverine, Magneto, Mr. Sinister, Apocalypse, you name it. I probably had it from, you know, I had Sauron, for God's sake, you know, the pterodactyl man. You know, I had all the kind of weird and crazy characters, you know, and I loved each and every one of them. I had like I remember having a weird Wolverine bike that had claws on it on the sides of the bike, and it had his like unmasked face, which was really weird.
I think I remember seeing that.
It was like red and kind of a red and orange kind of bike.
Yeah.
The pop out claws on the side. You can probably find it online. Or,
Oh yeah.
Google it. But
They're all on eBay, aren't they?
yeah. I think might have had a blackbird. I think I had a blackbird as
See,
well.
that's the thing. These mega sort of HasLab projects, they open the door for things like that. So the Razor Crest, you never know. Due to the success of like the Sentinels and Galactus, you may end up getting the.
I mean, they did for Transformers. They did a Unicron, like an absolutely, giant proper transforming.
I can't believe Unicron. The scale of that. That is, I mean, it's bigger than the Sentinel.
Oh, easily bigger than the Sentinel. Yeah,
I can't get over the scale of it. To transform that literally takes hours.
Yeah, and I think Dennis had a friend who didn't realize how big it was, and his wife made him sell it because it was so big. It took up like most of their lounge or something.
Yeah, it's massive. It literally is like the size of a small moon. It's bigger than the Lego Death Star. Like the Lego Death Star is huge. It's bigger than that in ball form, and it's unbelievable.
I reckon they'll do a Millennium Falcon. If these
Black Series one, a 6-inch one, because they've done the Vintage Collection one, which is it's massive.
Yeah.
If they did a Black Series one, that would it cost a fortune. I've got the Han Solo here. That's 6-inch. I mean, to fit him in and Chewie, Leia, so 5 people in the cockpit. I mean, I've got 5 figures here, like not obviously Chewie, Leia, or whatever, but
oh my god, yeah,
5.
Just looking at it now, yeah,
5 figures. Here is Zool from Ghostbusters, but to fit all them in one cockpit, that would be insane.
Yeah,
it'd be the size of this room.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, but I kind of think they're mad. Like again, these.
Oh, if they did it, I'd be bankrupt.
These do seem to be picking up steam. Yeah. So I think, like you said, if people want it bad enough, they'll ask for it. And
it'd sell out. It would sell out.
Absolutely.
Price it isn't price it. I mean, the Millennium Falcon, the Vintage Collection Millennium Falcon was 450, 500, which is pretty much the same price as what the Lego Ultimate Collection Millennium Falcon was, which is massive as well. So you're probably looking at easily 900 quid. Yeah. But they probably go 999.99. Yeah. And people would buy it, and don't tell them that, but I'd probably buy it as well. And then deal with the ramifications thereafter.
You might need to attach it to the wall or something.
Attach it to the wall? I'll attach it inside the house.
Well, that's a lovely satellite dish you've got there. Oh no, it's the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, it lights up as well and makes noise and flies. It gets the wind underneath it, it's gone.
Have you ever seen it do the Kessel Run?
Fucking hell, I'll be doing the Kessel Run if I get one of them.
You'd be in trouble. You'd be in some serious trouble.
Run, bitch.
Yeah. Right. Should we get to it? I think we've probably talked.
Yeah, because this is probably going to take a while. So, like, we've waffled on a little bit here, but obviously it's not perfect conditions, it's not perfect ideal conditions. Originally, we did want to do this in person with each other so that we could have multiple angles and everything, but there's a few things going on at the minute. Bloody petrol crisis is going on.
I've had COVID recently as well. So it's
Dan's not been well. It's taken him a while to get home today because of this petrol crisis. I don't have much fuel. It's all gone wrong really. So we're basically it's not going to be perfect. Dan, bless him, he's going to try and show you as many angles as possible and get you, because he's got a microphone there, so he's going to do a bit of moving around. So it's not going to be perfect, but for me, I'm just really excited that he's come on here. He's waited patiently to open this so that he can share the experience with all of you, share it with me. I mean, I'm really grateful that you've hung on a couple of days and it's here.
You've done me enough favors, Andy. So I'm very excited. A lot of
favors are favors, bloody hell, Jesus. But
a lot of people were like, "Why have you not opened it already?" And I went, "No, I promised." And I was like,
so I'm very grateful and thank you for holding off, because Christ, I don't know if I'd have been able to hold off, to be honest.
Well, I've tried to keep myself busy. But yeah. So I guess we'll start off with the box.
You just get cracking, mate. You describe you show us what you've got, pal.
So what we have is we have the artist Pepe Larraz. I've looked this up because I didn't know this myself, but he's been the artist or the main artist on the recent John Hickman run of X-Men, which is kind of the most recent kind of reboot of the X-Men and rebrand of the X-Men.
Yeah.
So kind of brought back a lot of dead characters and kind of made this kind of community of X-Men and stuff. I haven't read them myself. However, I can say that this is gorgeous, beautiful.
Yeah, it looks it from a distance. It shows you just how imposing the Sentinel is.
Yeah, and again, like you've got this big, and again, like I said, like quite an Iron Man sort of face as well. The Sentinels have, especially this one with the way the kind of the mouth falls. It's kind of a bit like the movie Iron Man mask, the Adi Granov version. And again, chest. He's got the chest. He's got the chest kind of big repulsor blast thing. He's got it in the hands. So I always kind of thought that initially. So X-Men was more popular than the Avengers for a little while.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Let's not forget.
Kind of still is in some corners. But yeah, so we've got Cyclops in here in a kind of blue version of the kind of Bendis run Cyclops uniform. You've got the original Marvel Girl Jean Grey outfit. I'm not entirely sure what this text is under here because again I haven't read the issues themselves. But I think it might be a mutant language or Cerebro or something like that.
It might be something to do with. I mean, I don't know. Are they still sticking with the Trask Industries kind of thing, or is it not connected to that anymore?
Again, I've not kept up as much as quite that recently, but there's been so many different interpretations of the Sentinels over the years. And Trask was actually killed in the first issue that they appeared in. So that was it. That was it for Trask. So you've had his son was a mutant who he tried to protect, and you've got Bastion and Stephen Lang and all these other kind of characters that kind of keep bringing up the Sentinel program. You have Sentinels themselves like Nimrod and Master Mold, which we'll talk about in a little bit as well. If you want to read some decent Sentinel story, I did a podcast on Spider-Dan and the Secret Boars, top 5 Sentinel stories to read. So go and give that a listen.
Yeah, check that out. In fact, I'll put a link in the description for that.
Do it, sir. But yeah, so we've got the Marvel Legends logo series here. This there's an age restriction on it as well. I don't know if you could see that there, but it's 14 plus. Wow.
Okay.
So I mean, this is probably the size of a 14-year-old, to be honest. I don't know how much is what else he's going to get out of this. Right. So yeah. So this is the front cover, I guess. So we'll move to the side. I'm just going to spin it around.
Oh yeah, you can see all that artwork's really nice.
Yeah. So you've got Magneto up here, and this is the Omega Sentinel. I want to say it's Karima Shapindar or something like that. She's an Indian woman who got transformed into a half human, half Sentinel, a Sentinel Prime again, that we'll probably talk about a little bit later. But then I think she got rewired by Xavier and became one of the X-Men herself.
Interesting.
So yeah, and then you've got Xavier down here, and I think this is Moira McTaggart, who's was dead for several years, but I think she came back as well. Again, lovely little X logo. Can't go wrong with that. On the back, we've got the bad boy himself, Wolverine, in a rendition of his a new rendition of his brown and tan or orange and tan uniform, and then we've got Bastion, who is kind of originally he was a mixture of Master Mold, the giant Sentinel that gives birth to other Sentinels, and Nimrod as well. So they kind of combined and made Bastion, and he was adopted by a lovely old lady, and still became a ruthless mutant bigot. But there you go. Speaking of Master Mold, here you can tell. You can tell here this is Master Mold. He's slightly bigger and he's got this kind of this design here that kind of indicates that he's a bit different from the other Sentinels as well. Same again with the Hasbro logos and stuff and the same text. And then on this side, just a few more Sentinels, and then we've got a female Prime Sentinel just up here. But yeah, that is the box. But I have to say, I'm super impressed with the box. It's a gorgeous box.
Yeah, it is. Really nice box.
Great design. It's a shame to open it in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it is, isn't it, half the time? I mean, yeah.
Like they put so much effort into designing the boxes, and you know, a lot of people do. Unfortunately, kind of it's packaging at the end of the day.
Yeah,
But
like me, I'm not a packaging keeper. The only ones I've kept are these ones here. I've got over here. Them ones.
oh, of course, yeah.
I've taken the figures out. Don't get me wrong, taking them out, but I can't. I'm a package thrower. I don't keep anything in package unless I've got a double figure. I'll keep it in the packaging, but I don't. But these ones I can't because they're like little books. They just look really good.
They do
like
look
that
good.
One.
You could put them on your shelf. That's
Yeah.
how good they look.
Yeah. And that one,
right.
for example, that looks, that box looks great just for the artwork alone, as a centerpiece, because it is that big. You can utilize it.
Exactly. You could frame it, to be honest. Like get a big enough frame, cut this front off, just stick that as a piece of art.
Yeah, you could do, yeah.
It's all art. It's all art. But yeah, this is good. I don't know if the top's not that interesting. I will be honest. It's just the X-Men logo, so it's not that interesting. But I think time to unveil.
Yeah, go right ahead, man.
Go for it. I've got scissors, so I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to put the mic down.
That's fine. For the love of God, don't cut anything that doesn't need to be cut.
Don't break it. Okay.
I mean, just watching you unbox it's.
Are you tense?
No, I'm not. I'm not tense. I'm just like, it's just the sheer size of it. I just can't get over the size of it. But the box itself. Not you. I mean, perfectly rounded human being.
It is COVID. I am getting a bit larger. Okay, I think I'm going to pop it down on the floor and then pull it up.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. For the love of God, be careful, man.
I will. I don't want to break anything.
I mean, it almost eclipses your screen. Look at that. That's beautiful.
It's so big. Okay, here we go.
Oh, you can see it there. Look at that.
It's coming. The first reveal.
My word. It's literally as big as that as well.
Okay, just move that box. Just get an idea of the packaging.
So it's almost the entire height of the box, isn't it? There's only a little bit, like half an inch bottom.
But yeah, that is him.
Bloody hell.
The bad boy. So let's see if I can take this plastic thing off without anything falling out.
Oh God.
I'll tell you what, I might just flip it on its side.
I was going to say, just put it on his back.
Put him on his back. But I'll just give you one last look before I tip it over.
Yeah.
How it's been packaged.
So what have you got in there? Just dead briefly.
Yeah. So
before you do tip it over.
To be honest, I ordered this over a year ago, so it's been a while since I remembered what.
I can't even remember what you were meant to get in it myself. To be fair.
So I think here is the room for the feet. So just obviously the full figure here with the regular torso, regular hands, regular head. Then here we have the master mold head, as we were discussing. It's got this kind of intricate kind of piping design, just there. Then we have the Sentinel Head, which is it was 3 Sentinels owned by Sebastian Shaw during the Acts of Vengeance crossover, and Loki, for a laugh, combined 3 Sentinels together, and they went to destroy a nuclear reactor just outside New York, where only Spider-Man could save New York at this point because he had the cosmic powers of Captain Universe at the time.
Of course.
The only problem I have with the Sentinel Head, the Tri-Sentinel Head, is that the Tri-Sentinel had another 2 sets of arms.
Yeah.
It doesn't kind of go with it. That's probably one of my main gripes. The Master Mold one I can kind of get with a little bit.
Yeah.
He is quite large and I kind of get it, but like Master Mold usually has kind of a kind of compartment in the chest where Sentinels would come out. So if you can imagine an accurate Master Mold for this, that would be the size of a human being.
Jesus Christ, yeah, it would be.
Bigger in fact, because this is half of me. So it's like 3 or 4 human beings if you want an accurate Master Mold character. Yeah. Then we have a damaged Sentinel Head. So some scarring and battle damage. Here we have some of those coils and tentacles they use in the TV show and in the comics and stuff. So
oh yeah.
kind of just wrap all the mutants up and try and capture them. Because most of the time they don't actively try to kill them. It's mostly just controlling and putting them in camps and all that sort of stuff. We also have a damaged, you can't really see it, but there's a damaged Sentinel hand with like missing fingers. But I will show you that in a little while. Then we have Bastion himself down here with a half metal face. And then we've got a female Prime Sentinel. And we also have looks like an alternate head for Bastion, because I think that one is just the male Prime Sentinel head. But that looks like everything, I think.
There's quite a lot there then, isn't there, really? When you think about it. Like you said,
the book.
Yeah. Like you said, the other heads probably not so much, go with the actual figure itself, but those little extras, they're just, I think they're just great to have, really, aren't they? They're great little talking points.
But as some of them, don't necessarily fit as much, I'm glad they're there.
Yeah.
It's not, I can't complain, really, with extra stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think, like, I was speaking to Dennis about the Galactus, and people are complaining that, I don't want a Morg figure, I don't want a Nova figure, I don't want a Silver Surfer figure. I'm like,
why not?
If it's free, it's extra. Like, you're already paying the same price.
Yeah, you're paying the base price of whatever it is, £350. Those figures, they're extra, they're free. That's why I said, like, for the Rancor, I'd love to just get, I can't remember his name. The guy who,
like the trainer and all that.
Yeah, the trainer, and the guy who starts crying, the big fat geezer who starts crying when after Luke's killed him. I want that guy.
Yeah, why not? Like, I think that's what's great about Hasbro now, is that, or whoever is making the kind of like toys at the moment, like, people will buy it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, when you were a kid, like your mum would get you kind of pocket money and stuff. Like, they're like, once a week or once a month, or every 2 weeks, we'll get you something. But now it's like, you're an adult, you want it, you pay for it, we'll provide it, sort of thing. Supply and demand.
Yeah, toy collecting is a very serious business these days.
It is, yeah. A lot of people take it very, very seriously.
Yeah.
But not me apparently. Not me. I don't spend that much on toys. Yeah, not really my bag, baby. Right, so let's see if I can open. Let's see if I can open this and get him out. Get the big boy out. I saw a really good Twitter post of someone who went, the youngest is off to school and they put their Sentinel in a little jumper.
Nice.
Which made me laugh. Right, let's see what I can do.
It's as wide as your table.
Almost as wide as a table. Let's see.
You're going to take it out to dinner as well?
I'm going to marry her at this rate.
Start charging it rent for taking up space in your house.
I know. To be honest, be less unruly than most of the housemates I've had in the past.
I don't know. You might get reconditioned in your sleep, re-educated.
I include you in that, Andy.
Oh, thanks. Hey, I was always a good housemate. Oh no, wait! I actually actively tried to kill you once, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, but I don't mind that. I forgive. Right.
It was only pretend murder.
Oh, this is pretty. Like, this is.
Oh, look at your face.
This is pretty.
Oh my word.
Voila.
Even out of focus, it looks amazing.
Right.
Is it heavy?
It's not, I wouldn't say it's heavy, but it's not like, it's not light either.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, got a bit of wrist articulation already. I'll bring it closer now, since we've got him out. Here he is.
Look at that. That is absolutely fantastic.
Look at that. I just want to know where he lights up.
Well, do you need batteries? That's the other thing, isn't it?
That's a true thing.
Did you get any batteries with it?
I don't know.
Does it say on the box? Very cheeky, these Hasbro people. They demand battery power.
There might be an instruction manual, so I'm just going to have a quick look.
Yeah.
Because I know on your videos, they always fall out, don't they?
Yeah. I've had to actively be aware of where the instructions are. Every time I open it, the package just falls out.
Here we go. Oh,
Bring your mic closer to you, Dan. Can't quite hear you.
Sorry. Here we go. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll just adjust that. Ooh. There we go. Yes, it looks like it needs batteries. So it's just a little instruction book there, just showing the batteries. But again, where would you press the button? Oh, you press the chest, apparently. There you go.
Oh, okay.
It's on the other side.
Nah.
Instructions? I'm just wondering if I have any batteries. I do have a screwdriver. But
you do have a screwdriver.
Might take a little too long that for this video, but I might post. Maybe I'll post some pictures of it lighting up later. Maybe.
Yeah.
See.
I don't mind. I'm quite content.
Yeah. Oh wow, those fingers are flexible.
Are they? Show us. Let's have a look.
Yeah, here we go. So I feel like a bloody ventriloquist.
You're like you're a baby.
They're not only. So let's see how this works. So yeah, the arm's fairly flexible. It looks like.
Yeah.
The fingers kind of go. They move kind of left to right a little bit. So yeah, they're fully articulated.
Wow, that's really good.
You can bend them right down to the joints.
Wow.
You can make a fist, or you give it a thumbs up.
So how many points of articulation do you reckon there are in just the wrist alone?
Oh, there's a lot. Look, so that's, you can do that.
And then all like, so basically like a human hand, it's all articulated and knuckles
look,
right the way down.
The fingers can spin. Look, fingers are spinning. Do that. You can spin all the way around.
That is quite impressive, that.
It is.
So just in the wrist alone, you've got what? 10, 15 points of articulation in total, maybe more.
Yeah. So your wrist can go side to side, and so side to side like that.
Yeah.
And then forward and back. And then the fingers, just incredible articulation, really. You can even bend it wrong, bend it backwards, break it. Yeah, full on hand, and you've obviously got the old little blaster on the.
Yeah, the pulsar blaster. Yeah. So what about the arm itself? Where does that articulate? Is that sort of like where you'd think standard shoulder, elbow?
So the shoulder is loose.
Yeah. So you can move it. Yeah.
You can move it to the side.
That's good.
So good, decent kind of bit. I don't think it goes further than that.
No, I did wonder whether the shoulders were fixed in place so you can bend them up too high.
No, so
but
they look like they're on looks like kind of almost like a rubber flap.
Yeah.
Connected them. But I love all the wiring underneath. Is great. All this kind of wiring.
Yeah, you can just about see it. Yeah.
Let's get a bit closer, and you can see it on the in the abs, the lovely abs, the washboard abs. There. Yeah.
As if the Sentinel's more jacked than any human being.
That's how they designed them, to be super jacked. Yeah. So yeah, all the fingers are all like they're bent backwards, bend all the way back.
That's good though, because you can proper have a good play about with it, can't you?
Oh yeah.
That's really, really good.
I guess it's probably designed to hold figures in the hands.
Yeah, I was just going to say, do the fingers feel quite loose, or do they feel quite rigid when you?
There's one thing I do want to test, because I've heard that the knees are a bit tough to move.
The knees are a bit tough.
Yeah, so I might want to try that out. But
yeah,
it seems pretty solid. Like,
do you reckon it could hold a figure based on what you're doing right now?
So maybe like not like a large one, but like maybe like a smaller one or a daintier one.
Yeah.
Maybe like the female Sentinel, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Let's try out these knees then.
Just dead quickly, what about the head itself, before you move on?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, so it's kind of your standard Sentinel design. head. Let's have a look. Okay, so there's not that much movement, it looks like.
Yeah.
You have to kind of push it quite a bit. Actually, it might go all the way around because it is detachable. So
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm guessing there still needs to be quite a bit of rigidity in there, but you've got to be able to take the head off, haven't you, so you can replace it.
Yeah. So it doesn't. You can turn it to the left and to the right, but I think up and down. Yeah, up and down.
Yeah, very minimal. Yeah.
But again, it's quite a minimal kind of. There's even these flaps on the arms as well. These are slightly loose as well.
For the wrists, yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of allows you to maybe pop the hand back a bit.
Yeah.
Gives you a bit of that. But yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm loving the chest logo as well. I think that's kind of nice and pops. It's really articulate. It's like the design is great. Like there's so much detail.
Yeah, you can tell even in sort of like when it's popping in and out of focus, like that's a perfect level of focus there. You can see all the intricate detail on the chest armor, even in the fingers there, because I think it's focused in on the fingers. Yeah. You can see it all there. It's really, really good. Like the chest repulsor as well. It just looks really, really good.
Yeah,
I love that little sheen it's getting off the light as well. I think that's really good. It's really sort of like reflecting really well off the light. So it's not just like a solid plastic almost. It looks
like a matte color. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really reflective, which is great. So if you set that up in like a nice sort of display or something, you could really get that light reflecting off all the bits and pieces.
You did some of the photos you do on your Instagram and stuff. You've got the right lighting and stuff and the right effects. They look amazing. Yeah. You want to take a look at the back as well?
Yeah, take a look at his buns.
See there.
You look at all that detail on the back there. You
Sentinel Head. So
you can see like the rocket propulsion there underneath his shoulder blades.
Yeah, that's kind of like an Iron Man thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like an Iron Man detail. And you got a big spinal column as well.
Yeah, and you can see all the pipe work there alongside the spine.
Yeah.
Which looks really, really great. A lot of color in those wires, isn't there?
Yeah, there's so much. It is yellow and blue. You've got the purples and the pinks, all the lovely colors, all the magenta.
Oh, magenta. What a word. Nobody uses magenta enough anymore, do they?
This leg just proper spun out. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Proper spin.
Did you say it was the knees that were a bit unsure of?
So I'll just move it up.
Because the leg itself seems to move quite well there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, there's no issue with the knee at all.
Wow, that moves really easily. And it's double jointed as well, so you can really get some bend on it. Yeah,
I'll turn it towards you. So
yeah, we could see it. Could see it really nicely there on that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice smooth bend. Again, ankle as well.
Yeah.
So you can see it there.
I mean, you can hear the clicking, but it doesn't sound like it's too much. It sounds it's quite organic, that really, isn't it? How smooth it's moving.
Yeah. I'd heard some people had altered it and changed it, but I've got no issue with that. I guess that they do, they have to stand under their own weight though as well.
Yeah, of course.
They are fucking huge. These are fucking huge.
Yeah.
And also, like, if you want to put figures in the hands and stuff, you need to be. So I probably wouldn't have been that bothered if the knees locked a little bit.
No.
To be honest, but this is really smooth.
Yeah.
Good spin. There's even slight. Oh, you got the boot jets as well.
Wow, look at that. There you go. That's focused in lovely there. Look at that there. That's really good detail.
Again, that's detail on the bottom of the figure that you will probably never see.
Yeah.
They put the time.
Unless you put it on some kind of like floating bloody stand. Yeah.
Yeah. They put effort and time just to do that. And I love that. I think that's great. Like,
yeah.
They could have just like, it's just a plain boot at the bottom. But
yeah. Is that one solid thing, or is it like, does it feel like it's in?
Yeah, it's one. The foot is one solid thing.
So I meant the little boosters on the bottom. Are they just like? Do they look like stickers, or actually are the individual?
No, they're proper made. There's dent. There's a dent in it.
Oh, so they are actually molded in then. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can roll your finger over the top of it. So
wow, that's really good. That.
Again, they've designed that specifically.
Yeah, because you'd assume they'd just do something plain, like or it's just one solid piece of plastic that looks like a sticker, but that's been molded properly. The base of the feet that you'll never see, like you said.
I love the joints here because this is where it bends. These little grey panels.
Just bring it in a little bit closer. Let's see if we can. Yeah, you can just about see it there.
Yeah. So you see that's where it bends. So that's kind of it's kind of designed that way, but it's also like it's kind of like a diegetic design. Kind of it's part of the Sentinel. It's
Yeah,
almost
it looks very much Iron Manish, doesn't it? You know, where the joints lock in and things like that.
yeah.
And but
I
they
definitely think
work, they
that's
move and
definitely
whatever.
within that design. Definitely, there's
Yeah.
definitely those feelings there. You know, imagine like a giant Iron Man like this, kind of
Yeah.
God killer type Iron Man that they made.
What about the other leg before you move on? Because obviously
Yeah, sure.
we don't want to curse you by having one good leg and one bum
One
leg.
good leg. One good leg. So this is the other one, wasn't it? Was this the one I was using?
That was the one you were using,
Might
yeah.
be the one I was using. I don't know my left from my right.
Neither do I. It's all good.
Yeah. Let's have a feel. That one might be a little stiffer, but not totally. I think the hip is probably stiffer than the knee itself.
Yeah.
But again, not without. I'm not going to have to melt it or rearrange it.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people doing the heat molding technique, aren't they?
Yeah.
Where they're basically heating it up ever
Just
so slightly and then
so
removing it.
So that moves as well. Do you see the part on the foot, the flap?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So this part is again a bit like the shoulders. They move. So
it gives you more room with the moving of the feet and everything into positions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when they're stood up, it's it's right there, and then if you move that foot, and then
that will help with like the balancing as well, like, won't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not going to flop over on you. You would hope. You would certainly hope. But yeah, I bloody love this.
It does look fantastic. Again,
like
for anybody watching, like obviously we've not been able to get it perfect, like some of the focus and everything, but it just looks fantastic. Anyway, it's bloody huge.
Yeah,
absolutely
huge.
Abdomen.
There's a bit of an abdomen bend as well.
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah,
see that there. Yeah, there you go. And then down again.
The articulation on that is amazing.
Considering the size and the weight of it, like I'm just sweating here holding it because it's not, like I said, it's not light, but it's not heavy either, But it's fucking huge.
Literally put it on his shoulder. It's like a small child.
It basically is. It basically is. There he is.
Hello. I bet nobody's done this on an unboxing review, have they?
You can wear a Sentinel. Wear a Sentinel proudly.
Oh my god. That's fantastic. I mean, that's literally how big it is. You can literally wear it on your shoulder.
It's huge.
Unbelievable.
It's like when you get when you're a kid and you're like got a massive teddy bear.
Yeah, and you put that on, yeah.
But this is like a proper huge plastic Sentinel. It's mental. It's absolutely mental, but I absolutely love this. Like it's even better than I imagined.
Yeah.
It's even better than I imagined. The whole package is just brilliant.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. It got a nice it's come into focus a little bit there. It looks really good. It just looks good. So good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's if anybody wants to come round and have a play, feel welcome,
Have a play. Just look at it. Don't want to touch it.
Yeah, maybe. Don't you dare move it. Don't you dare. But if you want to just very gently and gingerly touch it, I'll allow that. Yeah, it's fantastic. It really is. There's a bit of hip movement as well.
Yeah.
Not loads, but a little bit.
Enough to put it in some in interesting positions, definitely.
Oh, there'll definitely be some photos going up, man. There'll be some definite photos. Yeah. What's that?
Is that where the batteries go?
Back slightly moves as well. But I guess that's where the batteries are, though, isn't it?
So yeah, I was going to say.
Probably shouldn't play with that one too much. Play with that bit. Might break it. Yeah. Fucking just great. And even down the side, just looking at it down the side as well.
Yeah.
Just
some cracking detail in that.
It's incredible. So intricate. It's mental. Let me see if I can stand him up.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Let's do that.
Plonk him up and then go through the other little bits and pieces you get.
Let's have a look.
Oh, God, don't fall over.
Gonna fall.
Look at that. It's absolutely bonkers, really.
Huge. Huge guy. Yeah, it's mental.
I think you're like me. You don't know how to pose them initially on the fly.
I'm like, how do I do it? I guess you got to figure it out once you kind of figure the balance of the figure and
Yeah.
and balance it all out.
I mean, even just like that, it looks impressive.
Very imposing.
Yeah.
Very imposing. Yeah.
Definitely a conversation starter, to say the least.
Hey, ladies. Want to see my massive sentinel?
Oh my God, it's so big. What is it, 26 inches?
Oh, you know it.
You're goddamn right. And it lights up.
Lights up. So much articulation. Go crazy.
Oh, bloody hell.
I can even change its head.
Speaking of change his head,
Let's see the head.
well, not bother taking the head off completely. Leave it as it is. But
yeah,
let's just have a look at what the other bits and pieces that you get.
Absolutely. So we'll start with the Master Mold head.
I feel like I'm being watched by him. That's how imposing he is. Just stood there staring soullessly into the camera.
Mutant targeted. I'm just going to move that back, so I think I'm going to knock the sentinel off.
Yeah, probably a good idea, yeah.
Just moving back a little bit. Okay, so let's look at this Master Mold head. Oh, this is hefty, actually. It's pretty hefty. So here he is.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah. He looks a bit like a Transformer, actually.
Does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got that. I think it's probably the piping and the face, the way the face looks.
Yeah.
It's a bit more kind of human, isn't it?
But look at all that detail in the eyes and everything. That's incredible.
Those will light up as well, like the other Sentinel heads.
Oh, will they?
Yeah, I believe the eyes light up, the hands and the chest, I believe.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought that for the extras as well. I thought you get that with the main one. I wouldn't have thought you get that with all the extra ones as well.
Yeah, I think it's just the way that the eyes look, because they're not detailed like red or anything like that, or they're not painted. So I'm thinking they must light up.
Yeah.
But I will double check, but maybe just not on this video because it's just going to be a bit fiddly.
Fiddly as
I
shit.
love this. I love all this piping up here. Again, the kind of intricate design of it.
Yeah. It's really smart.
It could be like a kind of a Sentinel Prime, if you will.
Yeah.
We've got the side of the head as well.
Yeah, look at all that. Again, same thing. Like all the different colors are really, really popping off it, and everything is really, really good.
Lovely bit of magenta.
Magenta.
Yeah. So Master Mold came in a little bit later into the comics after Boulevard Trask. Again, designed by Kirby, so it's all good. Anything designed by Kirby is pretty much amazing. So, obviously, he's taken on various different looks over the years, but this is the kind of classic. Even in the animated series, the X-Men animated series, it's quite similar. Not exact, but quite similar to this kind of design. I like it. I think it's really good. Again, it looks more like the classic Sentinel kind of face, or it's a bit more like an actual face.
Yeah, awesome.
You can see little boy behind him. Daddy's here. Yeah, that looks imposing. Just him stood behind me.
It does, doesn't it? You're gonna wake up in the middle of the night and be staring at you and you shit yourself.
Oh God, yeah. It's like a coat on a rack or something, or a chair. And you're like, oh fucking hell, he's here. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I don't know if the red part of this lights up.
No, it doesn't look like it will it? I think that's
I'll bring it closer. I don't know if you guys maybe can tell. You're better at these kind of figure things than me.
Yeah, you can see it there. Yeah, that won't light up. I think that is just a painted thing.
It's
but the eyes, you're probably right about the eyes. I reckon.
Yeah, I think the eyes are probably right. Yeah, and then you've got the big. So again, even in here, if you have a look.
Oh yeah, on the underside of the mask. Yeah,
there's wiring in there even. So
brilliant.
again, another section of a figure that people wouldn't look at.
Yeah,
they've gone to the extra effort. It's not something that ever needed to be done, but I like the fact that they've taking the time to just go, here's a little thing.
Get that molding inside, yeah.
Again, lovely little things. It's not all the way through, but again, that's probably to facilitate the head moving.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It would just get worn down, I imagine, that kind of wiring.
Yeah.
You can see there. You can see right in the middle. It's not
there.
It's
just a plain empty space, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. But no, I think again, I know it doesn't really fit with the figure particularly, but I think it's great that I've got, a little extra that
absolutely.
I didn't have to pay any extra for.
Yeah. That will look great on its own on the shelf, like next to something else or anything.
This is a great paperweight. it's got enough heft there to be a decent paperweight. So I love it.
It didn't cost you any extra either, so
exactly. Yeah. Again, there's a little bit of red on the chin there, a little kind of a red. See that?
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
But that definitely won't light up that one.
No.
Yeah, the eyes do. Okay. So if you look, there's 2 eye holes there.
So the LEDs or the diodes or whatever will shine through that one there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't notice that before, but now I see it. I see it. I see what you're doing, HasLab. I see what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Cool. Should we take a look at another head?
Yes. Let's have a look at another one.
Let's have a look at a 3-in-1.
3-in-1.
Apologies for all the squeaky styrofoam noises.
Oh, whatever. It's all in the box, isn't it?
Here we go. Again, very classic kind of Sentinel-looking head.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. So that's an interesting one.
And there's even more.
Yes, they're all just very, very slight variations, aren't they?
Yeah, I'll do it again for everybody at home. So that's kind of like a pipey HR Geiger mouth.
Yeah.
And then you've got this one, which kind of like looks like a targeting system or firing range.
Yeah, it looks like he's kind of like screaming at you or something.
Yeah. And then the final one is kind of a classic Sentinel mouth, I'd say.
Yeah.
This is probably the most classic looking of all the Sentinel heads I've seen so far.
It's
got that weird little grid. That's very like the animated series because they did have that weird kind of mouth.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah.
But again, these don't really look that much like the Tri-Sentinel. I will say that's one of my only critiques. But I'm a purist, you see. I'm an absolute purist.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But again, like that it's there. It's a fun little design.
Yeah, it is.
Like a living tribunal or something. But yeah. Not much detail to this one, I'd say. It's very simple, very basic. But I think this was the final edition.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I think. I think it was. Anyway, I can't really remember.
Final edition. So I think it was very much like, not like let's spaff it out, but I imagine they didn't take as much time on this as they probably did everything else.
Yeah.
So, but again, still dig it. Still really dig it.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
As that like that added bonus, yeah. You can't really knock it, really.
Yeah, considering the amount I paid for just the figure itself.
Yeah.
What we have in the background, it's I paid that willingly just for that. Like I didn't know all the extras are going to come. I didn't know they were going to have all this other stuff. But there it is. We've got all this sort of stuff. Yeah. Again, very, very. Again, they've got the eye holes inside.
They have the eye hole. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, you can see them.
See those?
Yeah, you can see the light coming through them.
That would be pretty cool to put that on the head, and then all the lights coming out in 3 different directions.
Yeah, do you reckon they would come out in all the 3 different directions, or do you reckon it'd be when you turned it fit into place?
Could be, yeah, that's true. I'm not sure. I've not seen underneath the original head of the Sentinel.
Yeah.
I don't know what's underneath. So, but I think by that point I would probably know. But yeah, I guess there's a possibility it could shine through all, but maybe just a little more faintly.
Yeah.
Maybe just the 2 eye holes, but who knows? But yeah. Again, pretty simple design, but again, it's good.
It is. Yeah, it's really good.
I like it. I like that they're all slightly different variation. There's a bronze, there's a gold, bronze, silver face as well.
Yeah, you can tell now. Yeah, I didn't really notice that at first. I've got to be quite honest with you.
That's okay. Again, it's the I think it's just the lights. I've got like every light on in my flat, so I don't know if that's making it worse or better. But yeah, so yeah, you can see it just bronze, silver, gold.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, that's an interesting feature. That.
Yeah, it's cool. Again, another cool thing. Again, I didn't necessarily, I didn't necessarily want, but I'm glad it's here. I'm really glad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool. Right. Next thing. Next head. Final head.
Next head. The final head down.
Oh, you are going to love this one. Battle damaged head.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
I think this was the first major stretch goal I saw that I was like, fucking hell, it's worth it just for that.
There you go. This is a lot lighter than all the other heads, I will say that, because half of it is missing. Yeah, if you can just see we'll just bring in a bit closer, actually.
Yeah, should probably focus in very nicely. Yeah, you can see all the scar and everything there. You can see all the
on the wiring on the top.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think if you do that angle, it's a bit better.
Yeah, so you can see all the blaster marks and everything.
Yeah,
that is a really cool addition. That I really like that. I think that's my favorite sort of addition.
I had a feeling you'd like this one the most.
Yeah.
Again, kind of just you can see the dents in the crown as well.
Yeah,
or scratching. Yeah, this is definitely. I think this might be. I mean, it's all good. It's all good stuff. I like that they've kind of gone to town and like let's really fuck up this Sentinel.
Yeah, I think it's just the potential applications for it. I'm like for display purposes. So, for example, you had like multiple X-Men figures or whatever, and you were thinking, I want the centerpiece to be, the middle of a battle. I think that head would be perfect.
Oh, absolutely. You got dents on that side as well. Even the near perfect side is not quite near perfect.
Yeah, you can see all the battle scar and everything.
Inside, so it's missing an eye. So this side, on this side, it's missing the eye.
Yeah.
So inside, there is only one hole for the. Try and get the angle right. You can see there's only one hole for the light.
About see it.
Yeah, just about.
That's interesting. Yeah.
There you go. Probably a bit better there.
Yeah.
So the missing eye would not shine. So I also like that because it's like, well, the eye's gone. Wolverine's at it. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's all come out. And yeah, it's kind of a little. It's not spiky, but it's protruding this kind of angle here. These bits kind of stick out.
Yeah, where the chin is, if you like.
Yeah, kind of jagged where the chin should be. There's kind of jagged, slightly jagged edge. Not so much that you could put your eye out or anything, but there's probably a reason it's 14 plus because this could fall on a child and kill them. So that big. But yeah, it's the battle damage one. So I'll give you another look at that.
Yeah, it just looks really good, that doesn't it?
Again, you see those jagged pieces sticking out there on the
I love the scoring mark around the eye. That's like highly detailed, that isn't it? It's not just a blob of black paint.
Yeah,
it's literally been brushed, hasn't it?
Closer as well, give you a bit more detail on it.
Yeah, there you can see it there. Yeah, it's been brushed.
Oh yeah,
it looks like
almost like an airbrush kind of mark, isn't it?
Yeah.
And again, even the steel above it on the crown, the steel's been scratched away.
Yeah,
and you can see it there as well, which I love.
Yeah.
And again, just all that.
There's even like really small damaging on the mouth grill. Where the grill of the mouth. Where there's
you can see it there. It's just missing. There you go.
Yeah, I really like that. That's really clever. That.
Yeah.
Perfect for display. That is like the perfect like mid battle scene display. You've got tons of X-Men figures,
and even the grill between the kind of the marks on the head. I don't know if you can see that there.
Yeah, it's just slowly focusing in there. Yeah.
Sorry, I got shaky hands.
It's okay.
Shaky hands. It's live. We're not editing this. It's live.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is as unedited as you're gonna get. I mean, you can see like the individual markings.
I just love the small tiny details that most probably. I mean, it is a form of art. It's sculpture, I guess. It's a form that is that, and they've
Well,
given.
yeah, it's a collector's piece, isn't it? It's a collectible item.
Yeah.
It's probably more. It's more in the guise of a statue rather than it is, a toy that you play with.
Oh yeah, it's your sideshow collectibles type. Again, that's why it's probably again 14 plus, is because it's an expensive item, and you wouldn't want everybody just playing with it, or touching it up, or knocking it over, what have you. Yeah, brilliant. I love it. I want to try something before we get out the 6-inch figures for comparison, because I know you're waiting for that, just to show how bloody big it is.
Yeah.
We've got the tentacle coils, so I want to try them out.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's have a look.
The tentacle coils.
Oh. So here they are. It's two. You've got two separate coils.
Nice.
Some plastic wrapping.
To be fair, I would have forgot about these if you hadn't mentioned them, to be honest.
Well, luckily, I'm here for you, Andy. I'm going to whap these big coils out for you. So, flexible. Twist them up. Twist them round.
Wow, they must have like some of that wiring inside then, surely.
Yeah, I think so. We're going all Omega Red on this. It's all about the tentacle. So should we stick it in the big boy?
Yeah, see if you can get it in. Yeah. See what that does to sort of like the way it stands, whether it has any massive effect. Are the coils heavy or?
No, you can see that they're flexible because they've got those kind of little holes in. Just focus in. You see that hole there?
Oh yeah, you can, yeah.
Yeah. So I've had toys like this in a smaller form where they do have the flexibility.
Yeah.
Kind of like the strip. Actually, yeah, it does feel like there's a cable in it.
There's
a definite cable in there because it's loose, it's somewhat loose from everything else.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling it out. Okay. Yeah, I just plug it in basically.
All right.
Actually, maybe the hands don't light up if this goes in. Let's see. It's different. There might be a few different because that seems like. So this end is circular.
Yeah.
But the entry on the left hand is like hexagonal. So I think there might be. Let me have a look at the other one.
Interesting.
No, I think I'm wrong. I think I'm talking absolute shite. This is also circular as well. So it just looks hexagonal. So give me a minute, see if I can. Ah, yeah, there you go. Just give it a bit of elbow grease.
Give it a bit of tentacle push, Dan.
A little bit of the tentacle push. That's right.
So what's that doing to the weight distribution there? Is it doing anything? Is it?
It's pulling it down a little bit, pulling it forward a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think if you bring it back, maybe.
But even so, it doesn't seem like it's not having a detrimental effect on it, is it?
No. I think it just knows that there's weight there, I think. You can just feel the weight on it.
Yeah.
Let's do the other end as well. See what that does. Might need to shift the balance of it a little bit, but let's see what we can do. But yeah, I will post pictures of the light up features so everyone can see.
Yeah.
Afterwards, but obviously it's just been unboxed. Don't have all those abilities.
I mean, for the display thing as well. Again, those tentacles, you can do so many different things with them, can't you?
Exactly. Yeah, you can wrap. I'll tell you what. In a second, I'll put one of the figures that's come with it in the tentacles.
Yeah.
See if that works. Okay. Yeah, so it's shifting the weight a little bit. For the on feet.
Looks like he's in Footloose.
Footloose and fancy free. Yeah, I think I've got it balanced now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can I'll bring it forward, just give you a better idea of it.
Looks even more freaky with the tentacles in.
He's coming for you, Andy.
Oh god. It's quite smart though. I like that. It's really good. That it's a nice little added feature.
Again, like another, like probably quite cheap to do this. Really, the tentacles, but
Yeah.
again, a cool little feature that I believe was featured on that original Toy Biz one.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
I do remember the feet shot off for some reason. They used to.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember them shooting off and it falling over for some reason. I'm like, no, you just break it, you just damage it.
Stop damaging it, Showbiz.
Stop damaging it. Oh, he's creepy. He's got his creepy tendrils out.
Oh, this guy's wandering tendrils coming for you, boy.
Tendrils.
You like that, boy?
He's going to be cancelled. Touching too many people with his tendrils. Oh dear. Yeah, you can do it. You can have both tendrils out and you can balance it in such a way, because again, like my table's fairly frictionless, so I wasn't a little concerned that it might slip over, but I think you can do it. It's doable, especially with this one anyway. But it has worked. But there we go. Here's a little waggle for all the ladies.
Now he's waggling his tendrils,
and some of the lads as well. Some of the lads are like a good tendril waggle. Yeah. There he is.
So much waggling of them goddamn tendrils.
The tendril wagging has begun. Yes. There he is. Huzzah.
Fantastic.
So we're coming to the end. There's not much left, really.
I know, yeah.
Apart from 3 pieces. So these will be the easiest parts. I've done all the heavy lifting.
Yeah. all the hinge lifting.
Now I can just do what you do with your little 6-inch figures.
Yeah.
I feel a bit more like you. Yeah, this is easy. Yeah. But no, I've done all that.
Man, so many times when it's gone wrong.
Well, let's see if this one goes wrong. I've managed to not destroy anything so far. So let's see how we get on.
Yeah, get them both out. Let's go through them both together, rather than the final piece in the puzzle.
Little plastic figures. Again, we've got a spare head as well.
Oh yeah, you said there's a spare head for Bastion, is it?
Yeah. I don't know if anybody played X-Men Next Dimensions.
No.
Bastion was the villain in that. So here he is.
Oh, look at him there.
I'm getting to focus in a bit.
Yeah, I think it's probably the light behind it that's preventing it. Not...
Maybe let me turn the light off here. Maybe that'll. Maybe this is better.
Oh yeah, he's coming. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, you go.
There we go.
There you go.
See, I've been doing this all wrong. So yeah, he was the villain in the Next Dimensions video game.
Yeah.
And you could play as a female Prime Sentinel and a male Prime Sentinel.
Oh, right, okay.
Bastion's other head is the male Prime Sentinel. So these were basically, it was part of the comic book. Bring it up. Go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Part of the comic book Operation Zero Tolerance. And Bastion was kind of the leader and made humans kind of sleeper sentinels, so they could be activated at any time.
Oh wow!
And basically, they were kind of like cyborgs, so people didn't even know they were sentinels, and all of a sudden they'd be like, "Mutant detected, exterminate," you know, and then they would become. Oh, there goes my mic. See, it's all going wrong.
It's all going wrong.
All going wrong.
That's quite a terrifying notion, isn't it? Cyborg sentinels. Do that, Marvel, for your bloody X-Men film.
do something. Maybe just leave Wolverine alone for a bit, but do more X-Men. That's what I think.
Give Jubilee a bigger part.
There we go. And here is the Lady Prime Sentinel, the female. Interesting.
That's an interesting figure. So again, these were all part of the stretch goals, weren't they? They weren't anything specific.
No, there was nothing included. Initially, there was nothing included. Maybe the tentacles, maybe.
And
the light up options, and but it was purely just just the figure itself.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah. Shall we? Shall I? There's not much going on with the female Sentinel. It's just like a plain black bodysuit with a kind of magenta kind of V shape thing collar.
Yeah.
And then she's got the kind of Sentinel helmet look, but with more hair, with more luscious hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Quite stylized hair. It's like obviously it's as though she's moving, isn't she? So yeah.
In that way. Let's shall I see if she wraps up in the tentacles real nice?
Be careful, don't get cancelled now.
Oh no, I'm gonna get cancelled. Okay, let's have a look.
Yeah, get her wrapped up.
Get her wrapped up. So we'll go for these. We'll go for this one. So,
I mean, even there, you can tell the sheer scale of it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let me actually do the scale. Let's put it down here.
So that lady Sentinel figure is 6 inches high. That is ridiculous.
She might be a bit smaller, maybe. Maybe Bastion's probably 6 inches, possibly.
But even so, like, okay, it'd be a couple of centimeters out.
So, even so, it's still massive. But again, let's see.
Yeah, look at that. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Redonkulous. It's tiny.
Insane. Now you do have, before you go tentacle crazy, you do have the Modoc figure as well, don't you?
I do, yeah. So we can compare them. So the Modocs with the Modoc is like it's not a build your own figure, but it's a deluxe. I think they call it.
Yeah, it's a deluxe figure, so it's bigger than, it's 6 inch scale, but it's obviously bigger because it's a bigger figure. And I thought that was a big figure when you showed me that. The box for that was pretty big.
And that was about 30 plus quid, I think.
Yeah.
For the Modoc. I'll just grab him. I'll stick his little. Shall I stick his little booster pack on as well?
Yeah, go for that. Yeah. You get the full sense of the size of him, then, don't you?
So I'll put Modoc on the other side. There goes Bastion.
Oh, he's a Bastion of pisshead.
The last Bastion.
But look at that.
The Modoc.
That Modoc is a big figure compared to the 6 inch, the base 6 inch size, and even then he's completely dwarfed. It's over. Sentinel's over twice the height. Twice the height of that.
Modoc is a slightly larger in comparison to the Sentinel Head.
Yeah.
Modoc's all head and nothing else.
Yeah.
But it's not that dissimilar.
Yeah.
Maybe it might be closer to the kind of Master Mold head, probably.
Yeah.
And the idea of the kind of diameter of it as well. But yeah, it's fucking.
But it's completely dwarfed by the Sentinel. Completely dwarfed by it.
But again, that's what you want with these kind of things. Galactus, you want him, because I think there's an option in Galactus where you can have the Silver Surfer like burst out his hand, like very classic kind of Kirby. He opens the hand and he just flies out and stuff.
Yeah.
You want that. You want those classic kind of moments reenacted. That's the kind of the whole point of these collectibles and the figures and stuff.
Yeah, if they're gonna do it properly. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, absolutely huge. But let's get her all wrapped up. see if that affects the balance or anything, or affects. Let's see if this.
Is it awkward?
It could. I probably could do with more joints. I think maybe
In the tentacle itself, yeah.
Possibly towards the end, but I think I can do it if I set it and then squeeze her in. I think that's probably easier.
That's what you say to all the girls, isn't it?
I'm just going to watch the balance of the Sentinel, but I think it's okay. There she is.
So what's that done? Has that done anything for the balance? Again, does it feel quite sturdy? Does it feel quite secure?
It's not. There's a definite kind of forward kind of stance to it. Like there is kind of weight to it.
Yeah.
But I think if you're
fiddling with the feet and whatever, if you position the feet, you'd be able to sort it. When I mean, obviously, don't be careful. Don't. drop it or anything now, but
I think I'm going to knock him back a bit, maybe using the feet. There you go. That's a bit more. Yeah, so if you adjust the feet, you can shift the balance a little bit.
yeah.
No, he's not as haunched over now. He's a bit more
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. Again, like you'll know if it's going to move.
Oh yeah.
You'll feel it kind of go. Again, this is probably not the best. Like you probably need a more kind of a gritty surface, but considering it could be quite slippy. It's doing fairly well. I think it's well balanced enough that you can do this.
Yeah.
No. Again, you wouldn't get a Modoc in here. You wouldn't get a Hulk or a Colossus or a Juggernaut.
Yeah.
You can get something like this, or maybe even Bastion as well. Again, probably a fairly slim figure. Probably a Spider-Man. You'd get a Spider-Man or a Daredevil in there, I reckon.
Yeah.
If that's what you wanted. But yeah, I love it. I love in the Bastion hair because it makes me think of you a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I can see your hair in it.
It's almost like an evil David Bowie.
A little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. So when I go grey, you're saying I should go Bastion, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. Just go all Bastion.
I'm heading there.
Big long goatee and then just metal lips.
Yeah, I mean I'm heading there. I'm going grey in the old beard area. So
let's do it. Yeah, it's great. It's again the design, like these are designed very kind of, it's very simple, very basic.
Yeah.
Again, but you've got a bit of sheen on it as well. It's not like a matte finish again.
Yeah, it's reflecting the light perfectly there.
Yeah. So, and again, like that, I do like the Bastion face. That's kind of part. He's kind of, because initially he kind of masqueraded as being human for a long time.
Yeah.
I think even he didn't know he was a Sentinel for a little while. And then all of a sudden he kind of embraced it and was like, I'm going to show my metal neck and chin. Look at it.
Brilliant.
Yeah. But no, I absolutely love this. And I think recently Marvel's released, they've released loads of Age of Apocalypse figures.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go with that. And
yeah.
Because I don't really have many Marvel Legends at the moment. I've got a few as gifts, and I'm like, well, with this now, I need to do something with it. So I need some X-Men. I think the Age of Apocalypse, one of the best kind of crossovers comics have ever done.
He's going. Oh.
There you go. Live and exciting.
I just shit myself.
I'm going to take the tentacles out now.
I just completely shit myself.
It's all right. Nobody died.
Oh my word.
Maybe we'll sit him down.
Oh. What a way to bring it to a close.
Almost get Andy a heart attack.
Give me a heart attack. Thinking about your bank balance.
What a waste of money! I did it for you, Andy. I did it for you.
So anyway, you were saying you were going the Age of Apocalypse route.
Yes. I wonder if he can sit down. Let's have a look at that.
Yeah. So he's trying to make a escape, wasn't he?
Yeah, probably.
What a bastard. Oh dear me.
There he is. Sat down like a patient.
He's not going anywhere now.
No, he's not going. Absolutely not going anywhere. Like I said, just maybe just watch the balance of the old.
Yeah. So that's one thing to keep in mind there.
That's one thing.
Watch that balance. You put them on display, make sure you get it in a position where it's very, very stable.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be putting him on a shelf. I think I'll just have him on the floor because I don't want to imagine if I had him on a shelf and he goes, what kind of damage it could do. So I think I might just have him on the floor somewhere.
It depends what kind of shelf you use, really, doesn't it? I mean,
yeah, true.
Because like you said, that table's a bit sort of, yeah.
I mean, you could secure him, I guess, with something. Not permanent glue or something,
Mm.
but maybe like a lot of blue tack or something like that, maybe, or
Yeah.
not sure. But I think as long as you've got the balance right, it should be fine. But
Yeah.
again,
It's not the player.
apart from that, the knees are fine. There's no issue with the knees. It's just kind of just watch the balance, I'd say. And just, you don't want him to go over if you can avoid it. But to be fair, I think if he did go over, I don't know how much damage that would do. I think obviously if he's at height, I think he'll obviously do more damage.
Yeah.
I think if he just goes from where he is to the floor, he's stood on the floor and goes, I think you'd probably be okay.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to design something like that just breaks easily.
You hope.
But I would still be careful, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're spending that kind of money, if you spent it already, and if you're looking to buy one now, it's going to cost you a pretty penny. So I would absolutely look after it.
Definitely.
But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that is it.
That is it. I know I've tried my best. I'm not as practiced or as polished as Andy at these, and I think this was fairly ambitious for a first unboxing for me.
But like we said at the start, it was always going to be a bit fiddly, a bit like technically and all that. But it is what it is. It's just a good fun experience to watch you to open it up and then
almost give you a heart attack.
Yeah. We always do excitement and chaos.
We love it. No, it's been really fun doing this, and I've had a blast looking at all the, just feeling it out as well, and looking at all the articulation and all the bits and pieces to it, and it's just great. Like it's real craftsmanship. It's absolutely even I love the Modoc. Like he's my little baby. But now I've got an even bigger baby to look after.
Yeah, I love it how even sat down, it's still dwarfing the Modoc.
Oh, massive! Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It's the foot is almost as big as Modoc. Yeah. The foot alone is almost
incredible.
So it's mental. But I love it. I love all the extras. I think they put in so much time, so much effort, and it was well worth the wait. It's been like pretty much over a year now.
Yeah, hasn't it? Yeah.
I can't remember when I ordered it, but it was definitely in my last flat I ordered it, because I did order it from Zavvi, and the only issue I had there was I asked them to change my address twice and they didn't. So I would probably not be buying from Zavvi again based on that.
Yeah, I've had numerous issues with Zavvi in the past. So I've stopped ordering with them entirely now. Yeah, for things like that, like.
This is my first thing. This is my first thing from Zavvi, and I had to I had a late night playing Ghost of Tsushima, and I got up in the morning and I saw a text saying your Zavvi parcel is going to arrive, and I was like, oh shit, brilliant. And then it was like, check the tracking, and I went, okay, put in my postcode, and then went, that's the wrong postcode, and I went, fuck's sake, they didn't change it, so I had to basically. I had to run down, and then I tried to order an Uber, but the app needed to be updated, but my internet was low or something, so I had to run back upstairs, order the cab. I then got in the cab. He stopped at the train station and went, "We're here," and I went, "We're not," and he was like, "Oh, you got in the wrong cab," and I was like, "Oh," so I had to cancel that cab, order another cab from the cab that I missed, and then get there. And then luckily I got there, and I think it gone 40 minutes, and I finally made it. And luckily within 5 minutes, the guy turned up with a massive package, and I went, is that for me? And he went, yeah. And I went, oh, because I thought I was going to be there, because it said it was going to take 2 hours. So I thought I was just going to be this creepy weirdo stood outside for like 2 hours in the rain, because it was raining as well. So I thought I'm going to have to wait out in the rain for it. And again, because it's so expensive, and I was like, I was just like, I can't not be there to get this, because I never met my neighbors when I lived there. I never knew anybody else. I never knew who moved in. Could have been the landlord. We didn't have the best or most agreeable way of ending that particular stay in that flat. So I was like, I don't want to, if he sees my name on something, I don't know, maybe he'll burn it, who knows. But I just didn't want to take that risk at all. So I was just like, I've got to be there. But luckily, kind of, it all worked out in the end, and I got another Uber back, because it's again, it's not really heavy, but the box was kind of awkward. But yeah, once I got it in, I was just like, oh, thank God for all that. All the kind of stress and worry about it is done. I've got
Yeah.
it. You know, it's not fallen over yet, but it almost did. But no, it's great, and you know, so pleased with everything. I really can't wait to knock some batteries out and show the light up effects. I think that'll be sick. I'll go on my old social media in some form. But yeah, this has been really good. It's been really nice to do an unboxing. It's very out of my comfort zone, but I've enjoyed it.
Oh, good. Thank you very much for sharing that with us as well. It's been a great pleasure watching you open it all up and fiddle about with all the little bits and pieces.
Oh it's been like Christmas come early, I think. Just something brilliant. I'm sure my little nephew will love this. Probably the size of my little nephew, to be honest. When he comes around, it's that bloody big. He's a huge Marvel fan as well, and I've just got him. I wasn't able to go to his birthday because I'd just come out of my COVID isolation. I was kind of like, I just want to play it safe just in case. With most of my family are fairly elderly now, so I don't want to potentially give them something either. So I've got him the Milano because he really loves Star-Lord. I think he's probably the only person I know that loves Star-Lord anymore. But but there you go. Not many people are happy with Chris Pratt as Mario either.
No, I mean that's a discussion for another day, isn't it? But yeah. Bloody hell.
It's me.
Really?
But who knows? It might be better than the 90s one.
Oh God, I don't think you can get any worse, can you? But yeah, there we go. Like I said, discussion for another day, I think.
Maybe that's a podcast somewhere down the line. Who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, so right, that has been it. That has been the marvelous Marvel Legends Sentinel unboxing from Mr. Spider Dan of Spider Dan the Secret Wars. Where can people find you, Dan? Reveal yourself to us.
So again, you can find that Sentinel podcast that I mentioned if you're looking for some really good Sentinel stories. Andy's going to leave that in the link. So you can find my podcast there and on all good podcatchers. So check that out. Andy's been on several. We've talked Nick Cage. We've talked we have talked robots as well. We've talked killer robots and nice robots and everything in between. The Samurai month, Yakuza month. You've got Andy's got a very good Halloween episode coming up soon, which I think you'll all enjoy. And then we've got something special planned for Christmas. But yeah, I won't spoil that just yet because I think that's a doozy of one that we'll probably record quite soon. But it's going to be a really interesting, fun podcast experience. But yeah, loads of really good stuff coming up. Halloween, my Christmas month, all that sort of good stuff. But yeah, all good podcatchers, you name it, I'm on it. Spider Dan and the Secret Bores. That's BORES. I'm on Twitter at Dan_Bores. I'm on Facebook at Secret Bores, and on Instagram it is Spider Dan Secret Bores. So yeah, I do have a website as well, spiderdanthesecretbores.com. If you want to look at me, all the stuff will be there, all the links and everything. So that's probably the best place to reach me on. But those are the main socials. I'm on a few of the other ones, but I don't really use them as much. There is a Patreon as well. If you want to donate for, if you've got money to spare, give me some money. Thank you. I would appreciate money.
Give me some as well while you're at it.
Money's good. I mean, I need it after spending it on this. My God, people need to pay for this. Christ. But yeah, no, it's been great to be on Angry Andy Reviews yet again. Always a pleasure and never a chore.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's full of joy. This one, this is all full of joy.
Oh yeah, this was all good. There's no anger in this at all.
No anger, passion, furious passion we had, and insane worry when certain Sentinels topple over.
Yeah.
Bad Sentinel. I'm gonna have to teach him to walk and stand up, aren't I?
He's probably. Yeah, like I said, getting paid rent. Well, there we go. So that is it. We'll leave it right there. So thank you very much for watching. This has been, I think, quite a very long video. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. But it's been well worth it. I've enjoyed myself. So I hope you have as well. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Angry Andy Reviews. Angry Andy.